Cardinals. How many times have we gotten to see this? Never. The Cardinals unveiling a championship banner. NFC champs opening up the 09 season, trying to prove last year was not a fluke. At home against the San Francisco 49ers. Sean Hill early in this game, up 6-3, throws up top to Michael Crabtree. Well, that's not.
No, he's not there yet. No,
definitely not.
That's Isaac Bruce.
He still got it.
He still get open.
My bad. Next play, here comes the inconvenient truth. Frank Gore up the gut, 13-3, San Francisco on top.
Shocking that
Warner definitely did not have the 08 form on the day, escaping only to get picked by Nate Clements. That was his second pick of the day.
Under duress all day. Couldn't get the ball to his big play guys, Anquan Bolden and Larry Fitzgerald, early in this game.
But he was able to put 3 points on the board eventually to make it a 13-6 game when he finds Larry Fitzgerald, who caught his first ball in this game with only 11 seconds left in the first half. And then the next play from right around midfield, here's Beanie Wells with his nifty 15-yard run. He had 7 carries, 29 yards. From where is he?
Deep.
Three plays later, Tim Hightower, who had 121 yards receiving out of the backfield. That's a career high for him. He gained 23 yards. And then 2 plays later, Larry Fitzgerald ties the score at 13. Easily the best drive of the day for the Arizona Cardinals. Period.
Early later, he's going to get you.
Fourth quarter, Cardinals are up 16-13. That's 13 unanswered points when Sean Hill finds Michael Crap. No, still not him.
Hadn't paid him yet.
Isaac Bruce, 15,000 plus receiving yards. Second player in NFL history, Jerry Rice beat him.
That's a lot.
So they all do it in the Niners uniform. And there's Isaac Bruce again.
Nice pass protection.
6 plays later, 15th play of the drive, Frank Gore scoots in. 2016 Niners on top. 3 Cardinals possessions later. $1:55 left in this game. 4th and 5, going for it. Down 4. Kurt Warner barely gets the pass off.
This offense looked average at best without Todd Haley.
49ers getting the ball back. Arizona using timeouts wisely. And with this takedown of Frank Gore by Gerald Hayes, Cardinals getting the ball back with only 43 ticks left deep in their own end. Warner dumping it off to Hightower.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Patrick Willis is a monster. An absolute monster. Warner spikes the ball. Next play, Warner to Larry Fitzgerald over the middle. Warner's got to run up again and spike the ball.
Spike it.
Get it up there. 8 seconds to go. Kurt Warner, last chance. Justin Smith takes him down.
Can't scramble.
Greg Minuski's defense did a great job on that high-flying offense of Arizona.
And big W for the Niners. After a season-opening loss in Indianapolis, Maurice Jones-Drew takes his sharpened heart with him back home to try and hand a second straight loss to the Arizona Cardinals and Kurt Warner, who did not look himself against the San Francisco 49ers in the home opener, but certainly returned to form in this game. First pass of the day completed, second pass of the day completed, both to Anquan Bolden. 2 plays later, third consecutive completion, that's to Bolden as well. Next play, Kurt Warner to Larry Fitzgerald. Warner was 18 of 19 in the first half. Second quarter, it's 10-3 Arizona.
Watch out.
Hits an Arizona Cardinal.
Returning responsibility to get the guys away from the ball.
And this eventually leads to Josh Scobie field goal, and it's blocked. Antrell Roll grabs it out of the air.
Like a punt return.
Yep.
And now he's off to the races.
Good blocking. Everybody's getting out in front. Well done.
You don't have to block much. It's the field goal team.
Yeah, it's a lineman. Can you
So
outrun them?
instead of it being a 10-6 game, Jacksonville down 4, it's now 17-3, Jacksonville down 14. What a turn of events for Jack Del Rio. Next Cardinals possession, Beanie Wells. He fumbled the ball twice on the day, put it down twice. Here's one of them. This one was lost as Rasheem Mathis recovers it for the Jaguars. Next Jaguars possession, trying to get some points on the board before halftime. Troy Williamson just drops it. And Adrian Wilson recovers it for the Cardinals. And with Kurt Warner slinging it the way he was in the first half, you don't want to do that with even just 2 minutes to go in the half. Steve Breston, that's the 15th consecutive completion for Warner that ties a franchise record. And then 5 plays later, Warner finds Jason right in the end zone. So the blocked field goal, instead of it being 10-6, it's 17-3. And with the fumble, instead of it being 17-6, maybe 17-10, it's 24-3. Arizona at the half. That was a big momentum changer. David Garrard fumbles this one as he's sacked. Bertrand Berry recovers it. Garrard was sacked 4 times on the day. 24-3 here. And then Warner to Larry Fitzgerald. 24 for 26. Warner was on the day. We'll do the math. We always do the math for you here. 92.3% completion percentage. That is the best in the history of the NFL for anybody with 20 attempts.
In Arizona, Peyton Manning and the Colts. They're trying to go through another undefeated September. Kurt Warner coming off one of his best career starts. Second quarter, no score. Cardinals after a Manning pick. Tim Hightower. But Deion, he can't hold on.
He can't hold on to the ball. The last couple of weeks, both running backs for the Arizona Cardinals have been fumble prone, turning the ball over.
Antoine Bethea is there for the recovery, and here come the Colts. Steve, we know how quickly they can strike. Manning to Dallas Clark for a 15-yard gain and a first down. And Reggie Wayne reaches out with one hand.
Long coverage right there by Cromartie. You're going to pick on him a little later. Reggie Wayne, he's tough to handle either way.
All right, Steve, what'd you see?
Well, take a look at this. Prime, I think this is quarters coverage across the board here. And Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is going to jump on the post route on the outside now. He bites his hip. Now, Reggie Wayne is running the corner route. This is an easy read for Peyton Manning. Throw it to the pylon to Reggie Wayne for the easy touchdown. The corner doesn't pass it off to the safety. Easy touchdown for the Colts. They go up 7-3.
All right, so here come the Colts on their next possession. And this young man is developing in the National Football League. Pierre Garçon. Waiter, please. The stiff arm on Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie for a 17-yard gain. And Prime, it's Manning to Clark. These two, they're always on the same page.
It's hard to find a linebacker that can cover Clark.
Colts on top 14-3, and on their next possession, it's Manning again. Garçon with a little speed.
There's a speed guy now. This is over the top of Cromartie again now for the touchdown. Garçon.
Out of Mountain Union, a Division III school, Alliance, Ohio, and Garçon showing he belongs in the National Football League. All right, here come the Cardinals. Can they get anything going? 3rd and 10, it's Warner to Steve Preston. But Melvin Bullock keeps Preston from getting in the end zone. And on the very next play, it is Warner.
Throw it away, Kurt. First down, right there. You got 24 seconds left before half. Throw the ball away.
So the Cardinals are turning it over. Bethea there with the pick, so they failed to get in, Coach.
Yeah, they didn't call this right here. That's holding on Anquan Bolden. Kurt's got to stay alive, but hey, throw it away, live for another down.
Colts on top 21-3 at the break. And Anquan Bolden.
It's over, but
they didn't see it.
So here we go in the third quarter. And the Cardinals come out firing here. It's Warner to Hightower for a 23-yard gain down to the Colts 41. Later in the drive on a 3rd and 1, it is Warner to Bolden.
Nice. Wow. Close it right there, Coach.
So many weapons on both teams. What a great passing display.
Cardinals try to get back in it, 21-10. But the Colts, they do such a great job of picking up players who fit so perfectly in this offense. The rookie from UConn, Steve, Donald Brown on the screen pass.
He's not a real big guy, but he's good in space. He's a good receiver. Over 2,000 yards rushing as a UConn guy last year, and he's going to be a great addition to this Colts team.
Tackle on the face mask from Antrell Roll. It's Joseph Adai from Peyton Manning. Manning's 4th touchdown of the night. All the different receivers. 28-10. Indy in control. And Warner, Prime, and he was under duress all night.
Oh, my God. He's going to wake up in the middle of the night screaming Colts in the middle of his sleep.
Freeney and Mathis all over him. Pressured again. Throws to Steven Spock. It's picked off, though, by Marlon Jackson. And that's Warner's 2nd interception on the night. The Cards' 3rd turnover. Tough to beat this football team, Coach, when you're turning the rock over.
Yeah, and they pressured Kurt Warner all night, and he's not a Fran Tarkenton. He's not going to get away from the rush all day long. That's the recipe. That's how you beat the Cardinals. You pressure Kurt
Fran
Warner.
Tarkenton, he's not a Fran Charles. He's Fran Tarkenton.
Kurt Warner, with a 300-yard game, would smash the record for fastest quarterback to 50 career 300-yard games. And he darn near did it in the first half.
Smashed it.
Against Houston. Anquan Bolden, 20 yards, the first play from scrimmage. Then Tim Hightower took over from there.
This is important for these guys to start running the football.
They got to run the football, coach.
Tough 11-yard run. 4 plays later, at the Houston 15, Warner to Hightower. Down to the 3-yard line. And 2 plays later, it's Hightower.
Bang it in there.
Star of Police Academy and this one drive.
Good drive.
7-0 Cards on. And Warner, all sorts of crazy, stupid action from him in the first half. Larry Fitzgerald.
Nice footwork.
4 possessions later puts the Cardinals up 14-0. 52 ticks left in the half. More than enough time for Warner to get some more action in. He was 20 of 23 for 262 yards in the first half.
He can do that to you. You give him time in the pocket, he will just tear you
We
up.
saw that in Jacksonville earlier this year. Anquan Bolden, 12-yard gain, then 27 ticks left in the half. Here's Fitzgerald, another touchdown.
Nice route. Nice
to look easy.
And that is a 21-0 lead on Houston in Arizona. So wrap it up, right?
You would think.
Put it on home, right? Well,
Keep the pedal to the metal.
Matt Schaub wasn't thinking that. Andre Johnson, 19-yard grab.
It's a man.
5 plays later, 3rd and 1 in the Arizona 20. Schaub is sneaking. Chris Brown eventually capped off the drive, 21-7. That's the score, 4th quarter. Schaub to Steve Slayton. And Slayton, look at this move.
Nice
He's good on the space. He's fast. He's quick. He can do it all.
23-yard gain. 5 plays later, Schaub to Andre Johnson in the end zone.
This guy's a man.
Man with ball.
Man with ball. 21-14 is your score. 3rd play of the Cardinals' ensuing possession. Kurt Warner, look out. Mario Williams is coming at you. Turnover. Well, you have to punt it away. Cardinals manage only 1 first down in the 3rd quarter, so the Texans adjusted. And here comes Schaub to Owen Daniels, first down.
Yeah, Schaub completes 35 passes. He's pretty darn dangerous in that pocket, too.
5 plays later, this is Andre Johnson.
Man with ball.
That is a highlight film.
8 receptions, 101 yards on the day for Johnson, who ties the game at 21. That's your score when Schaub is picked.
No, you can't throw that out late, especially to one of my sheep.
Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie high-stepping in the end zone. A pick 6 puts the Cardinals on top. Schaub needs to get the game-tying touchdown before the game ends. Less than a minute to go now inside the 10-yard line at the 1. It's a 3rd and goal. Joel Dreesen's wide open.
Go!
Oh, he can't get
High
his
throw.
feet down.
How can Andre Johnson not be in the game?
That's a goal line muscle. Get all the tight ends in here.
Andre Johnson, coach.
So what do you call on 4th and goal?
You need to call Andre Johnson.
Slam it up in there.
Slam it up in there. Ain't nothing to slam with.
Chris Brown rejected.
Push the pile.
Rejected on 4th and goal, and that's the way Darnell Dockett and the Cardinals defense holds on for dear life to beat the very game Texans 28-21. Welcome back to NFL Game Day Final, presented by KFC. Matt Hasselbeck coming off a 4-touchdown performance, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams needing to win this game to get a step closer to the leader of the division on a bye week. San Francisco at home, watching Kurt Warner come out on fire.
Great blocking by the left tackle on that play.
8th play of the drive, Warner to Bolden, and then 7 plays later, Warner to Fitzgerald. Warner was 9 of 9, 64 yards and a touchdown in an opening drive that took over 10 minutes to complete, and then the ensuing kickoff.
I like the bloop.
They kick it short and recover it.
Oh, that's got to be handled by the back
thinking
wedge.
about?
So Greg Toller recovers for the Seahawks. Up back John Owens just steps up instead of the catch to kick. Jim Mora, his offense is yet to see a snap. And Arizona, 3 plays later, runs it in with Tim Hightower. Arizona ruled the time of possession in this game. 42 minutes and change to 17 minutes and change.
Yes. No way you can win with that time of possession.
14-0 before the end of the first quarter. Another mistake for Seattle. A turnover as Hasselbeck is pressured by Calais Campbell. Brian Robinson recovers for Arizona. They had 3 more points. It's 17-0. 4th and 3. Time to punt and go for the
call by Bruce DeHaven, special teams.
Nice execution on this play.
6 minutes to go in the first half. That eventually led to a field goal to put the Seahawks on the board and try and get something good going. But Kurt Warner wouldn't let anything good happen for long for Seattle.
And you give this guy time.
Touchdown.
He'll shoot it in there to these tall receivers, and they win at the ball.
32 of 41 for 276 yards for Warren. Fourth quarter, Hasselbeck looks for T.J. Hushmanzada and airmails him. Antrell Roll.
Nice play.
With the pick. The Cardinals blitz the Seattle Seahawks to improve to 3-2. 27-3 is the final. The Cardinals are at the Giants next Sunday night. We start with the Sunday Night Football game in Giants Stadium. And Arizona taking on the Giants and 2 old friends, if you will, or 2 old teammates. Aren't they friends, Warner and Eli? They say they are. Kurt Warner. He gets picked first.
Oh, boy. That's not his friend.
In a game of interceptions, Terrell Thomas picks off the former Giant, the man who was supposed to groom Eli Manning, only to have Eli Manning take the job from Kurt Warner. Next play, Brandon Jacobs trying to turn that pick into points, and he darn near does it.
They were stubborn with the run tonight. They wanted to establish that line of scrimmage for the Giants, and they've made every attempt early to do that.
25-yard gain down to the 4. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal, and Jacobs converts the pick into points.
When the big fella get those shoulders squared and he's running downhill, that's 270 pounds coming at you. It's hard to stop.
Giants on top 7-0. 6 minutes left in the first half. 3rd and 3 from the Giants 39, and Anquan Bolden moves the chains 13 yards. Bolden was questionable all week, but he played in this game. So did rookie Beanie Wells running downhill.
Look at that stiff arm.
And looking strong. Touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run. His first career touchdown, and we're tied at 7. Giants with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the half, trying to get some points themselves. Manning, it's incomplete, or is it?
No.
Tipped up in the air to Hakeem Nicks, who gets his 4th straight game with a touchdown. How about that? This ball was all but incomplete.
Great play, but Cromartie has to learn as a young cornerback, you never tip the ball up in the air.
So that's the way the Giants take a 14-7 lead. 3rd quarter we go. It's 14-10. Warner. First drive of the second half for the Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald making a play. 26-yard gain. 5 plays later, it's 3rd and goal. It's 3rd and goal, and here comes Tim Hightower. Both Cardinals backs have scored. 17-14. The Cardinals are on top, trying to win the 3rd straight road game since 1987, when Gene Stallings was their coach, for crying out loud. And they're going Wildcat with Antrell Roll.
Oh, I like it. A DB playing quarterback. I'm jealous. And he's going to throw it.
He's got him
and he got him.
Oh, but Larry Fitzgerald, of all people, can't corral it in any way. Was holding on the play by their tight end. Well, you just thought that was interesting.
At least we got it on film.
I am jealous.
Next Giants possession, Manning. Tip ball goes into Arizona's favor this time. Adrian Wilson with the interception of Manning.
This guy's all over the field. Great run support guy, and he's got good instincts in the back.
3 plays later, Kurt Warner flips it to Jason Wright, and the 3rd running back for the Cardinals has scored a touchdown.
Nice little slip screen inside. They didn't expect him to get the football.
24-14. The defending NFC champs are up by 10 in Giant Stadium on the Giants in a national TV game. 4 minutes and change to go in the game. Kevin Boss holds on.
I believe in Eli.
25 yards, and there's no penalty on helmet to helmet. Next play, Ahmad Bradshaw running free. But so now is the ball. It's loose.
A good strip from behind.
Adrian Wilson recovers this. He's Johnny everywhere. On the spot everywhere. 3 plays later. Arizona needing to move some chains to put this one in the icebox. But Fitzgerald can't hold on.
Good defensive series by the Giants. Didn't use up a lot of time. They got the ball right back.
So the Giants have the ball deep in their own end, though. 3rd and long. Manning over the middle. Caught by Steve Smith with 2 men around him for 34-yard gain.
Great throw, great catch, great concentration.
2 plays later from the Giants' 38. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Manning. All sorts of time. Now he's scrambling. And he finds Hakeem Nicks for 12 yards. 2-minute warning. 5 plays later. 1:15 left. Giants have a timeout to go. The Cardinals 39. Manning is picked by Antrell Roll. Third interception of Manning on the night, and the Arizona Cardinals win in Giant Stadium, shocking the Big Blues. Lost 2 in a row to win 24-17. Eli Manning's last 2 games, forgettable.
Right.
Last week in the Superdome, his very first game playing there, did not fare well. And this night, a 3-interception performance as the Giants have lost 2 in a row since winning their first 5 games to start the 2009 season. Carolina at the Arizona Cardinals. 2 old NFL Europe buddies out there. Jake Delhomme and Kurt Warner.
Humble beginnings.
Sharing a hug. Carolina, of course, you remember, was a team that had Arizona in their house in the playoffs last year and lost in decisive fashion. So Carolina started throwing it on them early. 15-play, 74-yard drive to open the game that took off darn near 10 minutes of action. Jonathan Stewart caps that, and then D'Angelo Williams is off to the races on the next possession.
Do what you do best, and that's run the football.
2 plays after that, here comes Jonathan Stewart again in the second quarter. The Panthers are up 14-7 in this game, with Stewart busting some tackles and going the other way.
Arizona's good against the run, Coach.
They were number 1 coming in.
The Carolina Panthers said, we don't care.
Now, this is the league's top rush defense entering the game, and here's Stewart again. 195 rush yards for Carolina before halftime. 2 plays later, Delhomme with a nice play to Steve Smith in the air.
Yeah, that's taking advantage of an aggressive corner. And watch what Steve Smith does. He's going to prime this thing.
Why is that?
You know, both of my kids, I talked to Steve Smith. Rogers Cromartie is my boy.
So he's shout out to you?
He's sending us a message.
Delhomme, and a big pass right there. A week after people were calling for his benching, Kurt Warner had a very difficult half. Julius
Pay
Peppers
that man right there.
He is getting paid.
makes it 28-7 Carolina. Next possession for the Cardinals. Warner's pass is tipped and picked.
Man,
This is Pick Sunday.
I thought the other guy was supposed to throw all those interceptions.
Cards next possession. Warner looking deep. And he is picked again.
No.
Sherrod Martin, that's 3 straight turnovers. The Cardinals are down by 21 points at the half. This is a week after they won in Giant Stadium for the whole country to see. Warner to Anthony Becht on 3rd and 1 midway through the third quarter. That's a big conversion because that sets up 3rd and goal. Ben Patrick touchdown. Cuts the lead to just a 14-point deficit. Fourth quarter, first play of the Cardinals, next possession. It's another tip drill.
No.
Sherrod Martin with his second pick of the day. 4th of 5 Warner interceptions on the day. And then with 7.5 left in the contest, down by 10, Warner stripped by Julius Peppers. Tyler Brayton recovers. A brutal day at home for Kurt Warner and the Arizona Cardinals. They still lead the NFC West at 4-3. But Jake Delhomme with a big win, win in which he did not finish. He was taken to the hospital for a CT scan on his chest injury. The test showed that nothing was irregular. But you could see that Delhomme versus Warner, a very different performance. I guess both of them have nightmares every other game against one another, as you saw Delhomme in the playoffs last year. The Warner performance on Sunday, similar to that one. This show is what you thought it is.
It is. I don't know about
highlights program with the Bears and the Cardinals. Inactive.
That's a man.
Inactive. Deactivated. More on that in a moment because of an ankle injury. We want to start off this highlight with the fourth play of the game. It's not just a Tim Hightower 13-yard rush, but it's Tommy Harris on top of Deuce Latui.
Oh, that's 50 grand.
Throwing a punch in front of the lawyer, Ed Hockley.
That's at least
15
50
yards.
grand.
Ed doesn't miss that.
And the gate.
He getting fined, big fella.
See ya.
Ejected.
Send me that money.
4 plays later, Kurt Warner to Larry Fitzgerald.
They caught him in man. The man got a little pick. Nice play.
Touchdown. 7-0 Arizona. Bears next possession. Jay Cutler trying to respond, and he does so with
My baby.
Devin Hester.
Against my baby.
He was questionable like Bolden as well this week, but Hester played, Bolden did not again. More on how Anquan found out about his deactivation.
Great coverage by Cromartie.
Great catch. That was beautiful.
Let's continue with this highlight. Greg Olsen had a day, a 3-touchdown day. This one tied the game midway through the first quarter. 33 yards. Cutler 5 of 6, 90 yards on the drive. Looks like we've got ourselves a ball game in Chicago, but Kurt Warner got the ball back and found Larry Fitzgerald again. He would find Fitzgerald 9 times on the day.
Maybe the best hands in the league.
Wow. Nice grab. 8 plays later, 3rd and 5. It's that Warner to Ben Patrick combination you
like
look out for.
He reset his feet, brought his eyes, found him in the back of the end zone to Patrick. That was excellent by Kurt Warner.
2 touchdowns for Warner. After a Bears punt, 6th play of the drive, make that 3 touchdowns for Warner.
Nice corner route, Coach.
As Fitzgerald waves the ball over the pylon.
Yeah, we call that a Colorado.
Great route.
21-7. Bears punt again. 9 plays after the punt. Plus side of the field again. Steve Reston's got the ball coming around.
Good run.
25 yards for a first down. He's the all-time leader in returns in Big Ten history.
Is that a Michigan guy?
Defense.
We got to talk positively somehow about the Mason Blue. Next play, Anthony Beck. That's 4 touchdowns for Warner. He had 5 interceptions last week, 4 touchdowns in the game. To this point, 28-7. Arizona going away at half. It was such a blowout that Ken Whisenhunt took Warner out of the game in the 4th quarter and put Matt Leinart in.
Why not?
Well, this is why not.
This is why.
Interception.
Go make a tackle.
Zach Bowman returns it to the 28. Bears are loving. Leinart's bumming. He was the quarterback in that game when the Bears came back in the Cardinals in the famed Crownham game.
He was trying to help him this time.
So he's now watching Jay Cutler find Greg Olsen for a 3rd time. I told you there's 3 touchdowns. Here's another one of them. It's 34-21.
Nice concentration by Olsen.
Bears are now 2 touchdowns away from taking the lead. So Ken Whisenhunt wound up putting Kurt Warner back in. But before he did that, Jay Cutler threw a pick to Matt Ware. And Warner threw a 5th touchdown pass on the day. The Cardinals pop a 40-burger on Chicago. They are now 5-3. The Bears fall to 4-4. The Chicago Sun-Times having some fun at Tommy Harris's expense. Punching bags, they term the Chicago Bears.
That's a good one.
The Bears fall to 4-4. Now, as for Anquan Bolden, he had an ankle injury. He was questionable. He seemed good. We had video of him running around pretty nicely in the NFL Game Day morning. So this is how he found out about his deactivation. Give a listen.
Only thing I can say was, when I came in here, my stuff was in the locker. I went out, warmed up, felt great, came back in, everything's gone.
That's how did they ever explain it to you?
No, nobody was man enough to come to me and tell me what was the situation. So, I'd have probably felt better if somebody would have been man enough and walked up to me and told me what the situation was. But I had to walk back in the locker room and find all of my stuff gone.
My biggest concern was the field, the condition of the field. It was just thick. It was loose. The footing on it wasn't great. We'd seen on a number of games before guys slipping and falling. I was afraid he could easily turn his ankle on that field trying to come out of a break, and that was really what it was about.
Holy smokes. Wow. Let's go to Arizona. Kurt Warner coming off of a 5-touchdown performance.
Speaking of 40.
As the Seahawks trying to save their season at 3-5, deep in his own end, from his own end zone up top to T.J. Houshmandzadeh. Brian McFadden didn't even see the ball coming, and
that's not
make
good.
It worse, he ripped Houshmandzadeh down by his face mask. 53-yard gain, and then 5 plays later, Justin Forsett in for an injured Julius Jones, who hurt his ribs in this game.
Poison.
There's a report that he was bleeding in his lung and was hospitalized. Yes, sir. Second quarter,
man.
Seattle up 7-0. Here's Hasselbeck to a wide open Jay. John Carlson.
Everybody bit on the run fake.
Long coverage. They're going to talk about it.
14-0. Arizona seems to start slowly at home this year. But here comes Warner to Steve Breston. More Michigan love. Give it to me, Steve. Come on.
That's a lights-out Michigan love.
That was a corner post, Coach. It was an unbelievable route.
Seahawks up 17-10 at the half. 3rd quarter opening possession of it for Arizona. There's Breston again. He had 79 yards receiving. 3 plays later, Warner to LaRod Stevens Howling, who sounds more like a British scientist than anything else.
LaRod Stevens Howling?
I dare say. 6 plays later, Beanie Wells.
There goes Beanie, the rookie. He's a good one now. A couple of touchdowns today. Look out.
10-yard score for Beanie. Fourth quarter, Warner to Anquan Bolden.
Play the man and pay the man.
And on a horse collar on Jordan Babineau.
That's a good call.
Had 105 yards receiving, did Bolden. Next play, here comes the Beanie Baby. Right up the gut.
Man,
the rookie with a 2-touchdown game.
He's starting to feel it, Coach.
He is. He's going to take this thing over. He and him, Tim Hightower, excellent pair of backs.
You're saying that this guy's going to be the starter soon enough? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? They keep sharing the load. Doesn't matter.
Well, here comes Wells at the end.
It does matter now.
15 carries, 85 yards,
Finish the
and 2
run.
touchdowns.
That's it.
That's it.
And then 3 plays later, Warner sticks it right in the dagger in the Seahawks with Larry Fitzgerald. Nice grab. 18 yards.
Back shoulder throw. They've got that down.
200th career touchdown pass for Warner and 340 yards passing. Cardinals win 31-20. So, anyway, we go to St. Louis where Kurt Warner, as we know, started the magic carpet ride known as his career.
Pay that man.
And at 3-0, he hits the end zone, finds Anquan Bolden there. And then Larry Fitzgerald later on in the first half.
He's already paid.
14-3 Cardinals. Next possession, Warner hits old Moneybags again.
They're going to run.
Larry Fitzgerald.
You don't see him leave the pocket
Warner's gonna run.
often. But
he's not gonna run.
This is why he doesn't leave the pocket, but that's going to land right on his shoulder and neck.
It's like it landed on his face.
O.J. Atagwe knocks Warner from the game, done for the day. And the offense sputtered mostly without Warner in there and allowed the Rams to mount a comeback. Here's Danny Amendola down to the 1-yard line.
He's in on receivers. This team is fighting.
Steven Jackson became the first Rams rusher in team history with 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. He had 116 yards in the day.
He comes to play each and every week.
Matt Leinart sacked by Chris Long in the fourth quarter, so it's a one-possession game here. And the Rams have an opportunity to go down the field and attempt a 2-point conversion to tie it. And Donnie Avery on the quick screen there. 29-yard gain in the Arizona 37. 6 plays later, 4th and 4, having to go for it.
Nice
And
coverage.
they get nothing and have to like it. Cardinals
I like the fight in this team.
running away with the NFC West. So Kurt Warner ruled out the game against the Tennessee Titans. So that means Matt Leinart would take on Vince Young, just like they did in the 2006 Rose Bowl, one of the best college games anyone can ever see.
Yep.
Let's pick things up with 23 seconds left in the first half. On 4th and 8, Vince Young going for it and converting.
Notice
Out
how
of
many
bounds
plays he's going to make from the pocket.
to Kenny Britt. 2 plays later, though, he doesn't leave the pocket soon enough. And now he does, but the problem is there's no time left on the clock, and the Titans get no points
You
before
want
the
to
end
throw
of the
this
half.
away, Rich, and then kick the field goal right before the half. But he knows it's a mistake.
I would just set up the dramatic ending. Third quarter, here is the home run hitter to end all home run hitters in this league today.
Barry Bonds is playing football.
85-yard touchdown. This is 6 games in a row of a $125 or more ties than the NFL records. Amazing.
Held by Eric Dickerson and Earl Campbell. No slouches they. But the ensuing kickoff, we show it to you because
It's a touchdown.
LeRod Stevens howling.
Did you see the kicker?
He didn't want any part of that.
Sounds like there should be a sir or lord in front of his name. So LeRod Stevens howling scores a touchdown, 99 yards. Just like out of Blue Velvet, he still needs more oxygen, Chris Johnson. He's not even back on the field.
Nice throw.
Minute 38 left to go in the third quarter. Matt Leinart to Anquan Bolden. Leinart had himself quite a day. 21-31, 220 yards. Didn't make any mistakes. Nice throw here.
Excellent. Put Beanie Wells on outside like a wide receiver against cover 2. Throws it in the soft spot.
2 plays later, Tim Hightower pops it in. And the Cardinals have their first lead of the day with 12:22 to go. This is the team that's won 5 in a row on the road. The Road Warriors from the NFC West trying to shock the Titans. Here's Vince Young with less than 5 minutes to go. Kenny Britt, the rookie from
catch.
Rutgers,
Get up and
is
go.
running.
Oh, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie coming up on the backside. A hustle play.
Kenny Britt
Nice
wasn't
catch.
touched.
Smart to get up and go. Know you got somebody coming from behind.
So the Cardinals get the ball back, but they go 3 and out. 3rd and 15, Jason Wright, dump pass. Cannot pick up the first down, so the Titans going to get the ball back. The only issue is they get pinned on their own 1-yard line. With 1:56 left to go in the game, it's 4th and 4 from their own 7. And Young picks it up to Kenny Britt.
Nice throw and catch.
Move the chains. Next play, 1:36 to go from their own 17. Vince Young catches a break. Ball tipped right up in the air to his tight end.
Whoa.
Bo Scaife.
Sometimes you want to be lucky, but this was good use of the clock and getting out of bounds.
6 plays later, another 4th down. Have to go for it from the Cardinals' 44, and it's picked up by Lavelle Hawkins. 13-yard gain down to the 31. 3 plays later, 28 ticks to go. 3rd and 5. What does Vince Young do? He does just like Vic Carucci did. He went to Jared. Jared Cook.
Nice job. Nice against the blitz. Get out of bounds.
Down to the 9. 2 plays later, 17 ticks to go. Vince Young gets caught in the pocket and taken down. But the Titans have a timeout.
Timeout, no problem. They had a couple when they drive
They
started.
take a timeout. 6 ticks left. 4th and 10 from the 10. This is it. Last chance saloon. Vince Young extends the play and touchdown, Kenny Britt.
What a beautiful location. He threw the ball up high in the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
With no time left, Kurt Warner and Matt Leinart shocked as Vince Young does it again to Matt Leinart with no time left, capping a 99-yard, 18-play drive for the Titans, who become the first team to ever start 0-6 and then win 5 in a row to go 5-6 for the second straight week. We see a game-winning touchdown pass in the final play of regulation. Arizona knows the thrill of such a thing when they knocked Minnesota from the playoffs in 2003, a Week 17 win right there. But after Stafford, a Pettigrew, and an on-time down shocked the Browns, we see Vince Young and the Titans do it to the Arizona Cardinals. To the highlights right now, starting with a Sunday night game. Brett Favre and Kurt Warner in the same game, and
Somebody shave
the gray beard, or take Boniva. First quarter, Tim Hightower off and running, but he coughs it up.
It's like they wanted to establish the ground game, and they didn't start the way they wanted
So
it
the
to.
Vikings defense strikes just 48 ticks into the game, and that led to this. Favre play action. Visante Shanko in the end zone, ruled out of bounds, but they take a close look and show that 2 feet get in, and somehow they call his 3rd foot down.
3 feet in.
Hey, he got it
down.
He got it in.
That was
And who
easy.
knew?
That's a
There's
good
the
show.
3rd foot by Shanko. Who knew?
We knew.
He had a 3rd foot. 7-0 Minnesota.
Uh-oh.
Steve Breston is getting the punt, and he is taking it most of the distance.
Does he still lead the Big Ten in
He
return yards?
does back in the day for the Michigan Wolverines. That
Great
is a
blocking.
nifty 64-yard return down to the 2. The very next play, Anquan Bolden
I like
takes it.
that play.
Great play call.
Does he have this Florida State get up?
Yes, he has this one.
If not, we need to get him.
It's about an issue.
Cardinals now up 14. It's 7-0 in this game. Pardon me. As Bolden makes a
Right
gorgeous
hand.
one-handed
Left
grab.
hand. And let's go back to the right again.
What a grab!
Where's he from, Rich?
He is from Florida State.
That's what I thought.
Got a great throw and catch, and this guy is strong. He's impossible to tackle in the open field.
39-yard score, and the bookkeeper's chewing gum. Cardinals up 14-10, less than 2 minutes to go in the half, and Warner goes up top to Larry Fitzgerald. It is all working as Warner was kept clean by the offensive line through the first half of this game. And in the third quarter, Brett Favre over the middle, and he is...
Throw it away.
Intercepted.
Oh!
Carlos Dansby picks off Favre, who had gone 159 passes without a pick before this season.
That's a long streak. Look at this coverage back here. Look at the disguise. They're all over the place like you guys were in Baltimore.
If you watch this from the other angle, look away. It's like a no-look pass Brett throws. He's looking to the right and throws right down the
I
middle
don't
of the
think
field.
he did. I think he was looking
It's a
someone off as he
no-look.
threw it in that
He was
respect.
looking them off.
And the Cardinals were getting it done for much of this game. The running game was non-existent. Adrian Peterson in this game had only 19 yards rushing. As Favre was hectored all night long, there was no balance to this offense on the night. And here is Favre again, getting picked.
Yeah, that's on 3rd and 24 now. Trying to make a play down the field when it's really not quite there.
That led to another Cardinals field goal. Michael Adams with the interception there. It's 27-10. And Jared Allen.
Rhinestone kept.
Look at that.
Like I said, Warner was kept clean.
That's a nice chip. They did a good job protecting Kurt Warner all night long.
So Favre throws a couple picks, and Jared Allen.
I mean, the guy on the other side should be doing his job. He has two people.
So in the fourth quarter of this game, it's 27-10. Warner hits Larry Fitzgerald again. Fitzgerald with his 23rd career 100-yard game. He had 143 yards on the night with his dad in the press box covering the game for his Minnesota newspaper. Getting caught eating an ice cream sandwich, which is wrong to catch him to do that. And then Tim Hightower takes it for a 32-yard game to effectively ice the game for the 8-4 Arizona Cardinals, who got it done in every way, shape, and form. As I mentioned, Adrian Peterson, it's the second least productive rushing performance of his stellar young career. And the Cardinals, with this big win at home over the Minnesota Vikings, can wrap up the NFC West with a win at San Francisco next week.
Back in San Francisco, Cardinals and 49ers as we inch closer to kickoff Monday Night Football. The Cardinals enter this game with an 8-4 record. If they beat the 49ers tonight, they will clinch the NFC West division.
Arizona with a first down from their own 6-yard line. No score, 4:44 first quarter. Warner gives it to Hightower. Tries to bounce out to the right side. Gets out just shy of the 10-yard line. Fumble picked up, and the ball's ruled dead.
The San Francisco coaching staff has times that the ruling should be a fumble. After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed to a fumble. Recovered by San Francisco at the 8-yard line.
Crabtree now motions. He's slotted right. Here comes a blitz. Coffey picks it up. Smith to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, 49ers. Vernon Davis, the NFL leader now, his 11th touchdown catch of the year. So it's an empty backfield. Niners rush forward. Warner takes the snap. Looking. Throws a slant over the middle. Caught. Stephen Tully fumbles. Picked up by the 49ers. Running at Mark Roman. He's back to the 40. Cuts middle 35. Roman at the 30. Is spun around and dropped inside the 30-yard line. LaRod Stevens howling with a catch in open space. Trying to use his speed, but got whacked. Fumbled it forward. And Mark Roman had the pickup and a 24-yard return.
At their 46-yard line. Offset eye backfield, going to be play action. Warner setting up in the pocket, looking deep, unloading, middle of the field. Fitz in triple coverage. He still caught it. And Fitz is down at the 1-yard line. But wait, the ball came out. San Francisco's got it. And now they're ruling that it's incomplete. Now they're ruling incomplete.
2nd and 20 from the 28. Shotgun Warner takes the snap. Warner looking all day to throw. Throws a deep ball to the corner. Intercepted. Too much hang time, and it's picked off by Deshaun Goldson out of bounds near the 10-yard line. 2:53 in the half. The Cardinals on a bunch. 3 receivers right. Warner shotgun snap. Warner with time. Warner throws underneath, and it's intercepted. The Niners pick it again. It was Terrell Brown stepping in front of Anquan Bolden for the intercept at the 32-yard line. Niners have 2 timeouts. Shotgun to Smith. Alex stands in, throws a deep ball to the middle. Crabtree, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Niners! And Michael Crabtree gets to dance for the first time at Candlestick.
Smith takes 5-step drop. Fires over the middle, threw it right to a Cardinal. It's picked off at the 40-yard line by Wilson, and then he falls down at the 38. The Cardinals got the takeaway they were looking for. Cardinals are going for it. 4th down and goal from the 1. Kreider in front of Wells. Tight end to either side. Fitz also lined up as a tight end. Now motions to the left and then back to the right. Warner takes, handoff Wells, running right, fighting his way towards the goal line. And second effort, no whistle yet, no signal yet. Touchdown! Touchdown, Beanie Wells. That was all second effort by number 26.
Oh, that is so big in this game right now. Patrick Willis stops Beanie Wells, and the kid from the Big Ten sticks it in there on second effort.
17-9, 49ers the lead. Warner under center. Will turn and give the ball to Beanie Wells. Left side. He runs it out. Fumble the ball. A big scramble. The Niners may have recovered. There was a shot at the beginning. Let's see. 49er ball. And on the second try, they did get it. Smith under center. I sat behind him. Tight formation. Delaney Walker slides right to left. Smith turns, gives to Gore straight ahead. Gore piling, driving, pushed by Norris. Touchdown Niners! And Moran Norris gets an assist. 2:41 to play. Arizona from the 20-yard line. Shotgun Warner takes the snap. Warner standing in. A lot of time Niners only rush 3. Throws underneath. Caught middle of the field. That's okay from the Niners standpoint. Then a great yards after the catch for the fumble. Did the Niners get it? The ball was stripped from Anquan Bolden. And there's a huge pileup. The Niners have it. They stripped Bolden. Well, our final score at Candlestick tonight, the 49ers 24, the Arizona Cardinals 9.
The Arizona Cardinals, therefore, could win the NFC West if they could only beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit, and it certainly helped the Cardinals when Dennis Northcutt was doing that.
He's the only blue shirt around.
That was a poor play. Put it that way. It's 3 plays later. Larry Fitzgerald is running in the end zone with the football.
Great coverage, but a great play coach.
You just throw it up to this guy. He probably has the best hands in the National Football League.
Quality concentration, fighting off the defender and the telestrator at the same time. 7-0 Cardinals. It's 17-0 Arizona. When the comeback begins, rookie Louis Delmas is lurking in the end zone after this play by the Cardinals. Gets it down to the 20-yard line in the third quarter. Look out, everybody. There's Louis Delmas in the end zone.
This kid's a good draft pick here from Western Michigan.
House call? Get to the sideline. Kurt, where are you? Kurt, where are you?
He's not going to hold it up either.
Oh, there it goes.
He is not going to hold it up.
Well, he won't go prime time either, I bet you that.
Well, he doesn't hold it up, but what does he do? What dance is this?
Oh, jeez, that's a fine.
This is the South Dallas drop.
The South Dallas drop.
Yeah, that's what they call it. I was texting
Kalamazoo.
I only know the North Dallas 40. That's what I know. Drew Stanton comes in this game, and he tosses it to Maurice Morris.
There we go.
And we got a ball game, people.
Yes, we do. These lanes keep fighting.
Downfield.
Good job, Calvin Johnson.
64 yards. It's a 3-point game. Jim
Schwartz has got him fighting.
Oh, he's fixing his headset. Fourth quarter, it's tied at 17. Beanie Wells likes to run in the state of Michigan. Trust me on that.
Yes.
He got himself a first-round pick running in the state of Michigan. He runs into the end zone, puts the Cardinals back up by 7. But Drew Stanton,
Michigan State Spartan,
East Lansing guy doing it in Motown. Calvin Johnson, 24 yards, 6 plays later.
Get it in.
Here comes Sparty, crease in the end zone.
Spike it.
We have a ball game. Watch this. Lambeau lead.
Don't do this. No.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
It's a concussion.
He needs more Andy Reid type hops.
Look at his helmet.
Tied at 24, and here comes that man, Beanie Wells again.
Home run threat every play, coach.
33 of his.
He and Tim Hightower can get it done.
33 of his 110 yards right there. 3 plays later, Anquan Bolden. Some call him Quan.
Some call him man with ball.
31-24. Cardinals win. They wrap up the NFC West. And with the Lions-Niners losses, it perfectly sets up Week 16 in the NFL.
The Moochie Bowl.
It's the Mooch Bowl. And the Giants lost. Kurt Warner and the Arizona Cardinals, they have a chance to be the 2 seed. Things break their way. Early Doucette scores midway through the second quarter to go 14.
Best receiving core in the league.
It is.
Yeah,
I agree.
Warner became the second player in NFL history to throw 100 touchdown passes with 2 different teams. The other is Fran Markenton.
Fran the man.
So just like Fran, I guess Kurt's going to go on the radio and complain about Brett Favre all week. Brandon Gibson pulls it in from Keith Null. And it's ruled incomplete, but Steve Spagnuolo has got
Spags, challenge it. What the heck?
That's it, right. 1 knee equals
2 feet.
2 feet.
So Spags, good challenge. Think the Giants missed Spags?
You think Spag missed the Giants?
Probably so.
Hey, he'll get it. He'll right the ship over there.
He can get the number 1 overall pick, possibly. The Arizona Cardinals get Beanie Wells in the end zone.
Go to the pylon, Beanie.
And it's a touchdown. Let's go to Arizona. Based on everything that went down earlier in the day in the NFC, we knew as this game was kicked off that Green Bay would be back in Arizona next week to play one another in the wild card weekend. Yet Green Bay was playing all their starters for throughout the first half and throughout much of the 3 quarters of this game as Donald Driver had a nice franchise record.
They came out west to win this game.
So there he is, and Aaron Rodgers. Deep to Jordy Nelson, already up 7-0 on a Ryan Grant touchdown. Down to the 1, and then Rodgers would sneak it in there as Green Bay began to put it on Arizona. Matt Leinart comes into the game in the second quarter as Ken Whisenhunt was pulling a lot of his starters.
I don't blame him.
Well, not soon enough in certain cases.
It was interesting that Green Bay kept their starters in much longer than Arizona.
Atari Bigby picks it off, and even though there's a penalty on Arizona, Green Bay accepts the penalty. And the reason why is it's because it's a hold in the end zone. They took the 2 points. That's a hold on the talented rookie Clay Matthews by Reggie Willis.
Matthews is a
2, and then they're going to get the ball punted right back to him as well.
16-0, but Leinart would be picked later on by Charles Woodson.
Defensive MVP right now. Crown him.
You think this makes him player of the year?
Him. That sealed it right there.
It's his 9th return for a touchdown in his career. Is that where he hurt his shoulder?
Sign in the sand says 3/4 of the world is covered by water. The rest is covered by Woodson.
That's plagiarism.
It used to say prime.
No, I got a poster hanging up, full size, door size.
It's another 21.
And I'm standing on the earth.
At least it's a 21.
Can you bring that in?
Plagiarism.
So the Packers blow the doors off of the place they will be visiting again next week to wrap up the wild card weekend in the late game on Fox on Sunday. Charles Woodson did leave the game with a left shoulder injury. He told reporters after the game it wasn't anything to be concerned about. Anquan Bolden left with a right ankle injury. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie was carted off just 2 minutes into the game.
He's going to be all right.
But he says that he will be all right as well. For the first time ever under the current playoff format, there will be 3 rematches in the wild card weekend from the previous Week 17 leading up to wild card weekend. That's never happened before. Let's show you what happened. It put the Wild in wild card for sure.
Are you ready?
In Arizona.
Are you ready? Take a deep breath, please. Okay.
Anquan Bolden did not play for Kurt Warner and the Cardinals offense. Green Bay got the ball first. First career playoff pass attempt from Aaron Rodgers is a pick.
Oh, and this is what he does best, is leave the pocket, make big plays outside. Not this time.
Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie intercepts Aaron Rodgers on the first play of the game. Defense makes its presence felt on the first play of the game and sets up Kurt Warner on a short field. Beanie Wells
Physical run
over Tramon Williams. The Cardinals eventually score a touchdown to take first blood 7-0. Arizona. Packers get the ball back. Donald Driver.
Put the ball away. It's playoff time. That ball is everything, and everybody's going after it. You got to hold on.
Carlos Dansby with the strip. Alan Branch with the recovery as 2 defensive plays are made by the Cardinals just like that. 2 fumbles, 2 turnovers on just 2 pass plays for the Packers to this point. 2 plays later, Warner too early and often Doucette, 15-yard touchdown. Cardinals are up 2 scores, 14-0, and they're up 17-0 in the second quarter when they're on the plus side of the field again, right around the red zone. Warner to Larry Fitzgerald. And he is stripped by Charles Woodson, and Clay Matthews makes the first big play of the game for the Packers.
This is the team that takes the ball away from everybody. 40 takeaways on the season, led the National Football League. Great job by Charles Woodson.
Great play by the Defensive Player of the Year to be.
And that led to the first Packers points of the day. Warner trying to, I guess, get the troops in line to make sure that sort of thing does not happen when the offense was clicking on all other cylinders otherwise. Here's Doucette again on the ensuing Cardinals possession. Second touchdown of the day for the young man. 24-7, Arizona back on top.
A great stutter down low on the slot. That play is hard to defend. I think Jerry Rice came up with that way back under the Mariucci regime.
I think so, too.
On T.O. Day. Third quarter we go. 24-10, Arizona's up. Warner stepping up in the pocket to Larry Fitzgerald. All alone, right up the gut. Cardinals are on top by 21, 31-10. How's he so wide open, Michael?
It's physical play. You said it, Rich. He's beasting Charles Woodson right here. Charles Woodson trying to get off of that big fellow. That's why you like the big
wide.
Isn't
that offensive pass interference, Michael?
Not at all. I think it might be Michael. I don't think it might be.
No flags. A 21-point lead for the hosts. Here comes Aaron Rodgers back. Nice play by Greg Jennings.
Get it in,
he was
Greg.
not contacted, so he's still a live runner, and boy, is he ever. Cuts up towards the goal line, takes it inside the 5-yard line.
Great second effort by Anchero. Missed the tackle and got up and came back and made the play.
And 3 plays later, Jennings makes an even bigger play. One-handed grab to make it a 31-17 game.
Great body control. Turn on the ball, take it with one hand. The youngster from Western Michigan. Great job by Greg Jennings.
Look at his eyes. Watch his eyes. Go to that ball. Young men, you want to learn how to catch a pass? That is it right there. Focus and concentration.
Mike McCarthy building on the momentum. The ensuing kickoff is onside. Shocks the Cardinals as it's an easy recovery for Brandon Underwood. And why not? What happened here?
Well, that's something great call, great execution. The return team is retreating back to the wedge. Surprised them completely. Packers football.
4th and 1, 4 plays later, another decision for McCarthy. He doesn't want to waste that surprise onside kick, so he goes for it right around midfield. And the old Packer, back with the Packers, Amon Green, picks it up. Next play, Rodgers to his omnipresent tight end, Jermichael Finley. Talk about him, 88.
Man, this 88 right here, what a game he had. I mean, they spread it, they put him out wide. He made plays as wide receiver, made plays from the tight end position. They gave him screens. Every time he got the ball, he was effective.
But Donald Driver's called for holding, move it back from the 1-yard line. However, Aaron Rodgers, a couple plays later, makes another play. Breaks contain, finds Jordy Nelson, and the Packers do convert on the drive that was started by the onside kick. They're down just by 1 possession. But the Cardinals get it right back, and Beanie Wells was beasting down the field himself.
This is why they're better than last year. Better than the Super Bowl team because they can run the football like this.
6.8 yards per carry on the day.
42-yard gain inside the red zone. 2 plays later, it's Warner to Fitzgerald again. And once again, Charles Woodson's on the ground.
That, Mike?
This is one of the best plays of the day here. Because watch, Charles Woodson got beat.
Offensive pass
Absolutely not. But now Kurt Warner on the other end, everybody in his face got that ball off and did a job by giving Larry Fitzgerald an opportunity to make a play.
Everybody on the field seems to think they don't need a second hand to catch the football. 38-24, it's a 2-score game again. But here comes Greg Jennings over the middle again. Nice catch for 20 yards. Leads into the 4th quarter. Another 4th down. Down by 2 scores in the Cardinal 30. McCarthy goes for it. And they not only get the first down, they get the touchdown. James Jones.
He was a high school quarterback. This kid is good with the ball in his hands. He's a complimentary receiver to Donald Driver and Greg Jennings.
Quarterbacks trying to make a big play to be the hero, and they turn up being the GOAT. You got to make the tackle on that.
Ryan McFadden can't make the tackle, and it's a 1-score game again. And after a Cardinals punt, their only punt of the day, Packers get the ball back, and there's that Finley man again.
You cannot put a linebacker anywhere near this guy and expect for the linebacker to make a play on Finley.
Very next play, inside the 30, Rodgers to Donald Driver makes Adrian Wilson miss down to the 1-yard line.
Corner pumps up, and he throws it in the soft spot. Adrian Wilson misses this. Nice play by Donald Driver.
Driver's making plays, and Rodgers is making plays, and Jennings is making plays. Now John Kuhn's making a play to tie the game at 38. Once upon a time, down 21, the fullback ties it up on the 1-yard dive, but Arizona gets the ball back. They're on the Packer side of the field again. Warner to Steve Breston. Can anybody catch with 2 hands in this game?
Take a shot on 1st and 10. Little play action. Pop it up to your wide receiver.
You hear it's a game of inches. Did you see he touched that ball? The defender did, but the receiver still made the play.
26-yard gain, 2 plays later. It's Warner to Breston again, and the Cardinals are on top again.
Whoa, lights out.
He faked the under route coach, and he split the seam. That was a tough play for a linebacker to cover.
Less than 5 minutes to go. It's time for Aaron Rodgers to get back out there with 3:20 to go. Pass midfield. Rodgers throws it up for Jennings, who makes a play.
What a beautiful concentration. 2 hands, go get that ball, and 2 feet, go find the field. He taps them both down. This is excellent. 1st down, Green Bay.
22-yard gain. Packers use a timeout. 2 plays later. Rodgers on 2nd and 5. Throws late over the middle. Almost intercepted. 3rd and 5 we go. 2:26 to go. Rodgers to Finley. 1st down, and he's down at the 11.
Almost out of that one. Andrew Rowe.
Next play after the 2-minute warning. Rodgers. Who hasn't he found yet today? Why, it's Spencer Havner, everybody.
The rookie.
In the end zone. Ties the game with 1:52 to go. 45-45 as Rodgers threw for over 400 yards in his first playoff game.
He looked poised and in command of his game.
But more than enough time for Kurt Warner with rampaging offensive players at his disposal. 2nd and 6 with 1:19 to go. Tied at 45. Warner over the middle to Preston for 24-yard gain. Neil Rackers getting his foot warmed up for perhaps a game-winning kick. 57 ticks to go. Warner. Fitzgerald's wide open.
Clock keeps running here. He's going backwards.
Rodgers wondering if he's going to have another chance. 22 ticks to go. Warner to early Doucette. Charles Woodson tries to strip, and Doucette gets extra yards. Cards use their last timeout. Neil Rackers comes onto the field for a 34-yard game-winning kick. He hasn't missed a kick since week 2.
Yeah. Pressure. Made him Nick Folk that thing.
He Nick what?
Folk that thing. Oh, my.
Mike McCarthy's loving life. This game goes to overtime. It's the 26th overtime game in the history of the NFL. Rodgers' third play of the overtime after winning the toss. Over the middle. Incomplete. He had Jennings
Post,
wide
corner,
open.
post, nice route. Sails the safety in the cover 2, and he beats him. Antero looking at the backfield, but he missed.
He has to put a little air under that ball.
That was the first play after the coin toss. 2 plays later, 3rd and 5. Deep in his own end, Rodgers is hit. Ball's loose. Carlos Dansby recovers.
Can't be happening.
And in a game that featured 1,000 total offensive yards, the highest scoring game in NFL playoff history ends with a defensive play made by Mike Adams on the hit, and Dansby with the very first fumble recovery for a touchdown in overtime playoff history in the National Football League. And 5 touchdowns from Kurt Warner in that defensive play is enough for the defending NFC champs to remain alive and head to New Orleans next week, while the Green Bay Packers get 4 touchdowns and 422 yards passing from Aaron Rodgers after he throws an interception on his first career playoff attempt. The Packers' season is over. What else can we tell you about this game? Well, as I said, it is the highest scoring game in NFL playoff history. It makes that Frank Reich comeback in Western New York against Warren Moon seem like a bunch of muddling folks in the mud. It is an incredible game that we saw on a wild card weekend. Let's be frank about it. Really wasn't delivering until that point. 51-45 is your final score. Here's how the day started on your division Saturday in the Superdome. The Saints with 3 straight losses, taking on Kurt Warner, coming off of his red-hot 5-touchdown performance against the Packers. First play from scrimmage, holy Ray Rice, Batman! It's Tim Hightower off and running 70 yards. First play from scrimmage, and suddenly you can hear a mouse in the Superdome.
That will quiet that great crowd as everybody's going, what just happened? Nobody touched the guy. Tim Hightower, see ya!
Out the gate.
And you talk about an offense losing sharpness. What about that defense?
Well, here come the Saints putting a drive together to try and counter it. 6th play of the possession. Drew Brees to Marcus Colston, a gain of 17 on 2nd and 10. 2 plays later, Jeremy Shockey on the 8th play of the drive. He's back after an injury-related absence.
CD Motion's a big get for the New Orleans Saints with Jeremy Shockey return.
That's how you respond after a long touchdown.
2 plays later, Lionel Hamilton. How many weapons does this team have?
They put Deuce McAllister in the game.
Lionel Hamilton wraps up the 10-play, 72-yard drive. First play of the Cardinals' next possession. Here's Warner winging it to Jeremy Irvin, who fumbles it, and there's the ball hawk himself, Darren Sharper, picking it up.
He's always Johnny on the spot. He's always around the ball. Whether it's on the ground or in the air, he will find a way to find it.
So those young receivers for Arizona played big last week at home. We knew it would be an issue going on the road in the Superdome, showing up big. Mistake right there.
Randall Gay with the strip. Saints take over. 4 plays later, they're in the red zone. Breeze out of the shotgun. All sorts of time. Finds Jeremy Shockey in the end zone.
And that's been the story of the game. They are protecting Drew Brees, allowing him to spread it around. Look at his 2nd and 3rd and 4th receivers.
Jeremy Shockey limped through this whole route right here. Still called a touchdown. Boy, just don't know how he's hurt.
Cardinals go 3 and out. Back come the Saints. Devery Henderson making a play and picking up a first down, 16 yards. And on the play, Antonio Rodgers-Cromartie, the Pro Bowl cornerback
that hurts.
of the Cardinals, hurts his knee, would not return, and he fears there could be some ligament damage in the knee. And then next play, here's Reggie Bush running left, running right, and then turning on a dime. He's gone.
We called him the X Factor this morning. He was exactly that. So many ways you can get Reggie Bush involved. And once he's in the open field, look for him to dance later.
What a move in the hole. 46 yards, turns upfield. And you know who loves it? Not just the Saints fans. Kimmy K.
I bet she was there.
She's up top. Well, show her. Don't cheat me on the reacts. Where is she?
There she is.
Oh, man.
We're keeping up with the Cardinals, too. Second quarter, Kurt Warner throws it up for grabs. Darren Sharper comes down with it. Who else? But back in the pocket, we have got Scott Shanley called for hitting Kurt Warner in the head and yanking the face mask a wee bit
to the helmet. And the face mask.
Packer fans are saying, where was that call last week?
Sure.
Fresh set of downs for the Cardinals. They still got the ball 5 plays later. Early Doucette leaping over people inside the 5-yard line. Next play, 9th play of the drive. Here comes Beanie Wells downhill. 21-14. We've got a ball game.
We do, and they wanted to be balanced and pound it a little bit and throw it a little bit with Kurt, and they were doing just that early in this game.
Drew Brees, play fake, and over the middle to Marcus Colston, 5th play of the ensuing possession for the Saints, up just 7 now. Next play, we are flicking fleas. Brees up top to Devery Henderson, touchdown.
They did a great job. Every time Arizona tried to get up, they came back. The Saints came in and said, no way. They came right back with a scoring drive that stumped out the momentum.
And throw roll not in the game. He fools the young safety now. Gets up over the top on the flea flicker. Yeah, great adjustment on the ball.
Hamza Abdullah bit on the play fake, all going on in the backfield, and the Saints are up 2 touchdowns again. 2 plays later, Kurt Warner, look out as Will Smith picks him off, and Warner gets blown up trying to go for the tackle. Bobby McCray lights up Kurt Warner.
If a quarterback throws a pick and attempts to make a play on the tackle, he's free bait now. You can hit him, but if he backs out of there, he's protected. He was not protected there.
And then he was hit.
A violent hit. You could see he says, I'm okay, but it's called a chest injury, and Warner went out for the rest of the half. And while he was in the locker room, there's Marcus Colston in the end zone, 7 plays after the interception. Saints with 35 first-half points, most points ever in a playoff game, period, for the Saints. Back comes Kurt Warner, though, out of the locker room to start the third quarter.
He's a tough guy.
3rd and 5. Warner under pressure, incomplete to Steve Preston. Cardinals force the punt.
You can see, though, that it is affecting him. Once you get that pressure on him, take hits like that, it starts getting in his kitchen and we get bad throws.
The Saints get a field goal. Back come the Cardinals and go 3 and out again. Fitzgerald had only 6 catches for 77 yards, and they're punting. And we show you the punt only on 2 occasions. It's either a boo-boo
or something good.
Or one of these. Reggie Bush, first ever punt return for a touchdown for the Saints. And don't cheat me on the Kardashian react.
There she is.
Come on, man.
Oh, Mrs. Jenner loves it too. Look at Reggie Bush.
Wow,
his best game as a pro ever.
Nobody was close. Will the punter get him?
You knew with the kind of time that Sean Payton had, Reggie Bush would have a game with that special talent.
And Deuce McAllister, one of the offensive captains who went out for the coin toss, signed for the game. A symbolic gesture that just added more to the celebratory tableau that went down in New Orleans. 40-burger for the New Orleans Saints as the Cardinals give up 45 points in back-to-back playoff games. It's rare that you could say that because normally you lose a playoff game if you get 45 points up in like the Cardinals did on this day, meaning that there will be a new NFC champion in the National Football League. Last year's champions are out as the Saints, for the very first time, will host the NFC Championship game next week.